Guys, I would have never thought this could happen, but it actually did. I just closed a $100 million SaaS company for my agency, and I'm gonna walk you guys through exactly how I did it today. So in this video, guys, I'm gonna show you exactly how I signed this client. I'm gonna show you everything. How I found the client, how I outreached to them, how I closed them, but not just that, also how I upsold them to a 7.5K USD monthly retainer. It's absolutely insane, guys. Let's jump on the laptop and I'll see you there. Guys, we're on the laptop now and let's get straight into how I signed a $100 million SaaS company for my agency. First, to give you guys some context on who I am, my name's Kasim Akram. I'm a 21-year-old entrepreneur from Scotland in the UK, if you can hear my accent. And I started my first ad agency when I was 17 in the last 2 years of high school. And then after many months of hard work, I hit 10K per month, and then I moved to Dubai on my 18th birthday, continued to scale my agency while I was there. And then since then, I've started a second agency called Creative Scale. I travel around the world and many cool things. And I'm currently now living in Bali, actually, scaling my agency and also a few of the companies that I've started. Now, quickly to explain, what agency do I run? I run a TikTok growth and creative production agency that works with e-com brands and also SaaS companies. So we produce UGC ad creatives and TikTok content, as well as manage a brand's like organic account, as well as the ad campaigns. When it comes to the client is a Silicon Valley tech startup that was backed by Y Combinator, which is like a massive VC if you haven't heard of it before. And they raised over $20 million and they now also make multiple 7 figures per year. And their product was a top rated productivity software and also an app that help people with time and task management, all that kind of stuff. So first off, let's get straight into it. How did I actually find this client? So it was a pretty random day. This is actually the first time I ever got into working with SaaS companies. And if you don't know what they are, it's SaaS stands for software as a service. Essentially, it's just like a software that does something for people. That's essentially what a SaaS is. So one day I was just scrolling, looking through my Instagram, and I came across an ad for another productivity app, like an app that helps you with productivity and task management, all that kind of stuff. And then I realized that from looking at their, video ad, their ad creative, I thought that I could do a pretty good job working with these types of clients and making ad creatives for them. So what I did was I just went on Google that day. I searched up top 10 productivity apps, top 10 productivity softwares, and I found this one that I actually signed. It was a crazy experience. So I found this one I found this one app, the one that I reached out to. I went onto their LinkedIn, found the CEO. From the LinkedIn of the CEO, I then scraped their email using a software called Apollo. And then from there, it was time to reach out to this client. So how did I do this? So when it comes to reaching out, I believe in like a value first approach rather than trying to pitch to them or trying to sell them on what you're doing. So what I did was I created a Loom. Now, if you guys don't know what a Loom is, it's what I'm filming this with. So it's kind of like you recording your screen plus filming your face. So you can talk to them and build that trust and present something to them. So what I did was I created a Canva presentation. This is just a presentation, and the reason I built this is because I wanted to show the client or show the prospect different things. The first thing was I wanted to introduce myself, so I put some different bullet points of me introducing myself. Second thing that I really wanted to show, which really helped, was examples of ad creatives that the lead that I was reaching out to should take inspiration from. So it was examples of ad creatives that other big SaaS companies or other big softwares or apps were using, and I was breaking them down for like a few minutes on this Loom, saying you guys should take this to, implement this, you guys should look at this example and do this for yourselves. And then also at the end I did 1-2 slides on kind of advice that I have for how to produce ad creatives. Ad creatives are the videos that people use as ads or businesses use as ads. So just easy advice, nothing that I needed to be an expert in, just some really small things, how long it should be, the fact that it should be high quality and should be cut up and should be authentic and all this kind of stuff. It was very simple. So I went ahead and filmed this Loom. It was around 7 minutes long, and then from there I just gave advice and sounded very genuine. Like I said, I didn't approach this at all as trying to sell them on anything. I didn't mention that I run an agency really that much. I think maybe in one sentence at the start of it, and I never tried to pitch them on my services at all. It was just giving value, showing them the examples, and at the end of the video I also put a call to action. Now the call to action wasn't anything to do with, okay, you should you should see if you want to work with us. I pitched them on my services. It was just, if you want to have a chat about how I can dive deeper into helping you with this and give you some more advice, detailed advice on what you can do in this aspect, then I'll leave my Calendly link, which is Calendly uses booking software. I'll leave my link in a button and you can go ahead and click that and book in a call with me. So then from there, obviously the next step is to send this email. Now obviously most people are used to just sending emails with nothing else added to them and expecting the lead to book in a call. But for me, like I said, I go for a value first approach, and this Loom was the easiest way of providing value to them, giving them advice, showing them examples of what they should be doing. So then from there, it built that initial trust for them to say, okay, I should maybe jump on a call with this guy. So then obviously I had the CEO's email. So I went ahead and sent them an email, a very, very simple email as well. This is a bit like most of the copy that I put in that email. So blah, blah, blah. I put together this video for you where I gave a lot of actionable insights into the UGC and ad creative strategies and frameworks that you guys need to be implementing. And I'll drop the link below. And this link obviously was just the Loom that I created for them. A few points when it comes to the key points to take away from the outreach stage. The big thing is that I'm going to say again, I didn't come across like I was trying to pitch them on anything. It's especially important for a massive company. They're getting pitches every single day. So you want to try to be unique and you don't want to come across like somebody that's pitching something to them. So I just offered expert advice that they needed to implement. And also, like I said, gave them value before asking for anything. A lot of people, it's a mistake that a lot of agencies or people make, is they just try to ask for a book call, ask for a call with them, but they provide no value first. So I sent them the video without them asking, and then from there, that enticed them to want to actually book in a call with me. So that's a really, really important thing to take away from this. And I made sure as well on the Loom that the examples that I was showing them that they should be implementing it shows off that I know what I'm talking about, rather than just kind of like just talking about it. I showed them exactly what they should be doing. So it's almost like, think of it as if you were the lead. It's almost like walking into a shop and you're able to see what you're actually going to buy. You're able to see exactly what this guy's talking about and what he essentially can do for you because he's showing you the videos. It's a very, very powerful thing to do, and you can do it with any service. So when it comes to closing this client, I got this reply from the client saying, "Hey, thanks for the email and the video, and I'd be interested to know what you can do for us. So let's jump on call when you find the time." So I then sent them an email back with the Calendly link, and then they booked in that like 10 minutes later. It was crazy. The CEO of this massive company just replied to me straight away, booked in a call, and then the discovery call was the next day after I sent this email. So on the discovery call, again, I kept it really, really important that I kept it very, very genuine. A few things that I did was I first built rapport. So if you don't know what rapport is, essentially it's just building trust and kind of like friendliness with the lead. So I had a genuine conversation about life, about me being in Bali at that time, about his company, about my background, so he knows exactly where I come from. And then I dived deep into like, what is your situation right now with your ad creatives? And he actually told me that he's in a situation where obviously they're a massive company, so they're working with like loads of different agencies, loads of different UGC providers, and if you don't know what UGC is, it's a type of it's just like an ad creative, an ad video filmed by a person rather than like a very high production one. So he already told me that he's working with loads of agencies. So I was kind of at this point kind of like, okay, I don't know whether to sell him or not, but I just stuck with it. And I went and he asked, what can you do for us? I said the best way to work with us to begin with, for both of us to test the waters, is to do something called a test project. So essentially a test project is just doing what you would normally do when you're selling them on your packages or on your services, but just doing it in a way where you frame it as like a test for both of you. So what I did was I sold them on 10 ad creatives, therefore we produced 10 videos for them for $3.2K. I know that might sound like a little bit of a lot, and it kind of was at the time. It was more than I normally would pitch, but he was totally down for it. Straight away he said, yeah, that sounds good, let's go for it. So he agreed to it straight away and moved forward with it within like 15-20 minutes of conversation. And then he asked me to send over a proposal to him, and then he'd pay through that proposal. So what I did then was I created the proposal doc and I sent that via email. And the proposal doc was really, really simple, didn't do anything special with it, just what we agreed on in terms of the deliverables, the price and the details of what we agreed on as well. And then also what was the process going to be of working with us, so they know exactly what to expect when it comes to timelines and what we're gonna do, the fact that we're going to onboard them first, all this kind of stuff like that. And then at the bottom of that I had the Stripe link to process the payment. And then again, in the same day, this guy goes ahead and processes the payment. Like you see here, it's in pounds, but this equals to dollars, 3.2K. So some key points when it comes to the closing stage. I made sure to build rapport. I made sure of this to build trust with the founder. I actually became somewhat friends with the founder, to have a genuine conversation on a personal level so he trusts me. I made also sure to pitch a higher price than I usually would, because I knew these guys were massive in terms of money. And I said it confidently. I didn't kind of doubt myself or say like, if you're okay with this and we can go forward with that. I said it confidently. I wish I could show you guys as well how I did do it. And straight away he agreed to it because I was confident with it and because we built that trust. And also, our big reason as to why I think he moved forward so straight away is because I framed it as a test project, meaning that I framed it as there's no strings attached on both sides. I didn't go on to a monthly retainer straight away. I said to him, if you guys want to test out working with us, that's completely okay. Let's go forward and we'll produce 10 ad creators for you. And then from there, you can decide if you want to keep working with us. But obviously, if it's good, they'll want to keep working with you anyway. So it's kind of the same thing. And then I also, like I said, he mentioned that he was already working with multiple other agencies, but I made sure that he knew exactly how we were better in a lot of ways, the things that we did that made us better. And then from there, he was totally okay with testing out working with us. Then from there, this wasn't just the end. I then upsold them to a massive whale retainer. You're going to see the number in a minute. So what we did, obviously, with the first batch that we created for them, I actually did a lot of the work, if not all of the work. I produced all the ad creators for them, and then one of the top performers from that batch of 10 got a crazy results. So as you can see here, it got close to 10 million views, and that for an ad creative is absolutely nuts. It means that they've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, and it means that they must have got back close to $1 million. I don't even know how much revenue because it's a software, but they made a lot of money from this one ad creative. So from then I reached back out to them. I think actually they reached back out to me to give me to give me like a breakdown of how the results were. And then I said back to them, let's jump on call. On that call, I then pitched them a 7.5k retainer in USD, and it was for 20 plus ad creatives per month. And then they moved forward with it straight away. The guy, I think the next day or the same day, paid me 6k GBP, which is 7.5k USD, and he moved forward with it. It was nuts. All happened so quickly. So some key points when it comes to the upsell. I made sure to deliver some really good ad creatives, which a few of them, not even all of them, just like 2 or 3 of them got insane results, and that's all that these guys needed. These guys just needed 1 or 2 of them to do well, to trust us in the fact that we can produce, a winner out of like 10 creatives. You can produce 1 or 2 of them, and then from there, it's very simple to then upsell them. We just presented again this kind of same process that I followed, sent them a proposal again, breakdown as to why this makes sense for them, why we should move on to a monthly retainer, and then from there it was an easy close. So guys, I hope you guys understand everything that happened here. It was actually absolutely insane experience, and it was my first ever big SaaS client, and then from there we were able to sign on loads of more SaaS clients and software and apps. But yeah, I never thought in my life that I was going to be able to sign a massive Silicon Valley, insane Y Combinator backed tech startup. This was the first of many, and I hope I hope this inspires you guys to understand that if you guys see a company, you just see a company on your Instagram or on something on a website, and you think, I really want to work with them, you can make it happen. This is a pure example of me just finding a company online and thinking, I want to work with these guys. So I sent them a video, gave them value, and that actually turned into the guy replying to me straight away and then paying us this amount of money, where they're still on the £6k per month retainer. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed, and I'll speak to you on the video. Guys, if you want to receive this training doc that I went through in this video, go ahead and share this with one friend and DM me the word scale on Instagram. Instagram's going to be right up here, kasim.akram. Go ahead and DM me there the word scale. And also, if you have any questions about anything, be it your agency, life, any mindset problems, whatever it is you're going through, never ever hesitate to go ahead and DM me on there. Also as well, guys, before we leave, make sure you subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and comment what you thought, and also what kind of value you got from this video in the comments below. Much love, guys. I'll see you in the next video. We're going to be releasing weekly value, and I'll see you guys there.